Hello and welcome to Flashback Generations, episode 36.
Evening.
It's Pete and I, and we are currently in Birmingham at the UK FFG Nationals.
That's it, yeah. We've both got smashed to pieces day one.
Pretty much,
yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait. Well, you know what? I'm looking forward to day two an awful lot. So today's episode, we're going to focus on Verena Talos. She's a rebel operative. Obviously, she's a really, really famous woman who is in all the films.
Yeah, no, she's off the front of the Hoth box. That's about it, I think.
All right. Oh, is that it? Okay. Well, the Hoth box or not, but that's.
She has a long.
She's got the long ponytail, and I think that this should be a pretty interesting episode because.
She's vicious as well. Vicious.
Yeah. Well, let's dive into her, right? So, she's 8 points, and she's a unique character. Rebel only. She's a spy brawler, which is quite an interesting mix. Spy brawler.
Yeah, weird one.
That's quite a weird one. She's got 11 health, which is very healthy, to be honest.
How many points?
8 points.
Yeah, it's good that for
8 points, 11 health.
Excuse me.
Don't you get like Wookiees kind of? That's sort of a Wookiee kind of price there.
Yeah.
Gar Khan wasn't too far off that or whatever. But it's a proper like a warrior, like someone who's a hand-to-hand fighter. In a way. Speed 4, so whatever mundane there. Black defense die.
Yeah. Good
for rebels. And blue-green attack, which on the face of it's a little bit weak, I think.
Stormtrooper gun, yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a little bit of range. All right, well, it's good range, but it's not so much the damage output.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what else she can do. She's got one built-in surge block, which I actually rate really highly.
Yeah, that's good. That yeah.
She's got a Pierce 1 surge and a surge +2 damage.
Okay. Yeah. +2's nice. Pierce 1, meh, whatever.
Yeah, Pierce 1's a bit crappy, really, to be honest. So, this is a range weapon as well, so she's not close combat, as I mentioned earlier. But she does have these abilities. She's got close quarters. Perform an attack targeting an adjacent hostile figure using the figure's attack type and attack pool.
Yeah. So,
she can literally grab someone, the stronger the person is, the better. She actually wants to grab an ATST's.
Yeah, because if she stood next to an ATST, she can suddenly shoot the ATST's gun.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be at that ATST, it can be somebody else, can't it? Yeah. Perform an attack using an adjacent figure's attack type and attack roll. Yeah?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So you can stand next to Darth Vader and chop somebody on the other side of you to pieces with Darth Vader's attack type and attack pool, which is reasonably good. The thing I don't like about it, although I know I've lost a Vader to this, haven't I, when you were playing? But the thing I don't like about it is the adjacency bit. That's the only downside.
Yeah, because she has a ranged weapon and suddenly she's being made forced to go in nice and close.
Plus, if you're facing something like Trooper Spam, she's kind of a waste, isn't she, really?
Yeah, well, that's it.
Because she's got a Stormtrooper gun anyway, basically.
Against rubbish people, she doesn't really work very well.
No.
And then her other ability is Surge Fighting Knife. After this attack resolves, perform a melee attack using one red die. Apply +1 damage to that attack result. Limit once per round.
That's not too bad at all. That's really
Additional attack using one red die.
Yeah. And apply +1, yeah, so up to 4 damage she'll throw out afterwards for the cost of a surge.
It says it performs an additional attack. Does that mean that they get to defend against it?
Yes, they do, yeah. Because it's an attack, so you get to roll your defense die. But, you could roll 4 red and they could roll nada, It's just a little bonus, isn't it? Most of the time you're going to roll 2 and they're going to roll surge block and block, so they'll take 1 and stuff like that.
Yeah, in my head before this, I actually thought that I was going to say just do extra damage, but this is not guaranteed.
No, it's not a grenade type thing. It's perform an attack, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's kind of disappointing. Do you know what I find disappointing about her? I'm going to compare her straight up against the latest Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh yeah.
He's 7 points.
Yeah.
She's 8. He's got 12 health. She's got 11.
Yeah.
Or does he have 14? No, he's got 12, doesn't he? He also... So he has a surge block, but he's got Pierce 3. I know he's close combat only, but he's got +2 damage as well.
Yeah.
He's also got better abilities, such as, all the thing about, like, cancelling out everyone's attack.
Yeah.
Cancelling out all that radius, or whatever that cancel's called. But, and he gives out focus, and he does all that sort of stuff. I kind of like... She's dearer and a lot worse.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she's got spy, but that's about it, really, isn't it?
She...
if you're looking for spies,
I think it's pretty obvious why she isn't in every list.
Yeah.
Do you think
she's very specific to one kind of character and one task, really.
If the ranker comes out and it's got like
4
red dice,
yeah, she could come alive then a bit. Yeah.
Do you think that she'll be the answer to it?
Well, depending if that's like a combat beast, which you might expect it to be. Yeah, should be worth throwing in. But of course, you're relying on meeting the rancor. She's awesome. I mean, if you're facing Royal Guard Champ or Vader or Inquisitor, you're laughing. But if you're not, she's kind of quite an expensive jump rebel, really.
She's almost quarter of your list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a bit gambly, really. She's a bit of a gambly choice.
I don't think. You know what? Spy has become a good keyword.
She is a spy, but to be fair, the rebels are full of spies already. You could take David Elso. If you're after spies, take David Elso, Sabs. You're done. Even before you look at
Leia. Yeah.
This for taking spies, this girl's at the bottom of the list.
In fact,
back of the queue.
Isn't Leia 8 points as well?
Something like that. Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's Leia got? 8 health, so less health. But she brings all the Leia stuff.
Leia's got Leia's abilities
that
are just massive. Leia's got leader instead of brawler.
Yeah.
But and leader I would consider better than brawler.
Yeah.
Especially in the rebel list, which brawler isn't thoroughly.
Yeah. So she's a bit of a weird one, but now and then she will rip Darth Vader to pieces with her bare teeth.
God, yeah, but
But a lot of other times she's probably just dancing around with her because you don't want to commit.
She has to get all the way in though. That's movement 4, and your opponent's aware that she's got this. And that close quarters is an action.
Yeah, there's an action as well. Yeah.
That's
fair enough.
Do you know what? There's one nice thing she can do.
Go on.
I'm wrong. I was going to say she can do an attack and then she can do close quarters. She can't. Close quarters is an attack as well.
Yeah, but you can do
the knife fighting you can do.
Well, you can do any sort of attack, and then you can do the knife fighting, surge fighting knife, which is the 1 red die, perform an attack, 1 red die plus 1 damage.
That's against the target.
No. After this attack resolves, perform an additional melee attack using 1 red die. Doesn't have to be at the original target. It can be anybody.
Oh, okay.
But because it's melee, it's got to be adjacent. So, yeah, she's kind of throw her into the crowd and see what she does, sort of thing.
Yeah.
She's going to get stormtroopers, I guess, in that sense, because she can.
Is she that? Oh, I think I prefer 2 Wookiees over her.
Yeah, this is it. There's quite a few other choices that you consider first before her.
I'm just thinking your vanilla Wookiees are close combat, but they got 11 health each. And you got 2 of them.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah.
They got a black die. They don't have the surge block, but yeah.
Yeah. Not good value, is she?
What list do you think she'd work well in? And
any list that's facing a list with a big enemy character in.
Yeah.
As mentioned, or big, a big hard hitter, such as Luke. Vader, Royal Champ, Inquisitor, ATSTs, Rancor. Any of that stuff.
So she'd work well.
And she's terrible in any list where she's facing something other than that.
She'd work well in a 150-point game then, yeah?
150-point game.
Right. So if your opponent has loads of stuff, then it's probably better, yeah? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, 150 points, we have to take everything, don't we?
Yeah. All right, okay. Okay, so she's not a great value for money. That's what we'll take from it.
No, she's
let's just
dear at 40 points.
Let's just move along, and we'll move to the command cards then.
Yeah. I mean, she's quite hot, for pencil crane drawings. I'll give her that.
Yeah. Pete hasn't had any action for a while. Let's
Not since that night with 3PO now.
let's talk about some of the command cards then. So first up, we have Data Theft. It's a spy card. Oh, we're going to do 3 cards for a while, or tonight, or whatever.
Yeah, Si's realised his scheduling's gone wrong, so we need to do 3 at once.
Or maybe I haven't. I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll just do it. You take 1 in your deck, and they cost 1 point.
Data theft, yeah?
Yeah, Data Theft. For an action, choose a command card in your opponent's discard pile. Once during this round, you may play that card as though it was in your hand.
Yes, nice. Trouble is that an action?
Yes.
Now, the implications of this are huge. I mean, this card is basically use any other command card in the game whatsoever.
Depending on what your opponent takes.
Yeah. So it's 1 point. I think it's good. The trouble is, the one downside is it takes an action. If there's a good chance that the card you want to use also requires an action. So, there's a lot of actions being burnt maybe on this. Somebody used it on me today, and I'm trying to remember how and why. But
do you know what I find interesting with this card? How much attention are you paying to your opponent's deck? And it's so obvious you've got this card in your hand.
Yeah.
Because are you not like, excuse me, can I look through your deck? And your opponent must be going, what? Why? Oh, wait.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, wait, I know what he's got.
No,
suddenly you revealed your intent.
Yeah.
And then, so it's like, then what's the point in having it? Because then you're going to go, well, I'm not going to
Well, you should have been watching what they played, You have a vague idea what they played. If you've got this card in your hand, or you think you might have this card in your hand, you'll be watching what they play. So they go, right, I'll take initiative. I'll use this, I'll use that.
You can't use take initiative because it's in that round. You have to play it.
That's a good point, yeah. You know what I mean? You're watching, and if they play a negation, you might go, oh, right, they're going to play something on me. I'll pull out their negation and use it against them. It depends. I mean, the possibilities are endless. You could do a whole show on that card on its own.
There's things like sneak attack or whatever that you're kind of like, right, they're the sort of things that you're like, right, well, I can use this once during this turn.
How would this interact with Jundland Terror?
Well, you need to have a sand person.
Yeah, you can't use it to use their guy, can you?
It still has the same keywords. It just be in your hand, in your deck.
Yeah.
So it's
I think there's potentially, but I can't really think of it right now. I'm a bit knackered, but potentially in the right situation.
Pete's knackered. No, I'm alright.
Yeah, this would turn a game.
I agree.
It is chancing it on that situation arising. It's only 1 point though, but I think it's okay. If you've got a very heavy spy themed deck, it's worth throwing in.
I agree with that sentiment, especially if you got spy and troopers, and then you suddenly place troopers. They throw a grenade at you. You laugh and go, brilliant. I'm going to use this.
Yeah.
You throw it down, you throw a grenade back at him.
Exactly, yeah.
And then suddenly he's like, oh, damn it.
Yeah.
And then you've got an extra grenade in your hand as well, so you could throw 2 of them in a turn.
Exactly, yeah.
So, I mean, there's lots of good stuff that could potentially come out.
there's loads of times where you'll be holding on to this and you'll be like, well, there's nothing really I want to use this for,
Yeah.
Other times you'll be like, yeah, I need to use that quick.
I think it's use it as quick as you can card. Alright, let's go to our next card. Hide in Plain Sight. 3 points. You can have 1 in your deck. It's a spy card only.
Yeah.
Costs an action. Until the end of the round, you cannot be the target of an attack.
Now then. 3 points saves 1 person till the end of the round from being attacked.
For an action.
It's it feels like this is like desperate times, if you're using this.
I think it's very heavy for what it's doing.
It feels costly. I mean, if you're using that on somebody, they're probably in a dangerous position, aren't they? So, what's to stop? You've got to get them out of that position, or you're just going to be getting pounded next turn instead, aren't you?
I find this is a hard.
Oh, you can still fight. You don't. It's not like you.
Yeah, you can shoot people and do things.
Yeah. This came with Leia, didn't it? I think. Did it?
I'm not sure.
I can't remember, but 3 points though. I mean, as a card, if it was points aside, this is an awesome card. Brilliant. It'll save Leia or Blaze or somebody, David also, and he'll save him. But it's 3 points.
If that was 0 points,
Oh god, it'd be in every spy deck ever.
I find it hard to still use it.
Really?
0 points. Yeah, because it's on a spy.
Well,
and
here's
0
how you
points.
do it. The David Elso thing,
Mm-hmm.
he dashes in, treading on the enemy as he goes. 1 damage, 1 damage, 1 damage. He's probably going to be in the midst of the enemy at that point. So.
Oh, if he's suddenly using this, he's not getting very far with one action. That's the problem.
Well, you could then pop that and say, haha, you're not touching me.
Then they haven't done anything, and he hasn't done anything either. He's going to run up to them.
No, he's not running up to them. He's running over their heads and doing a damage on each one of them. Ding, 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 ding. He treads on people. He does a damage as he passes by. True, he'd probably be better off running up and whacking somebody. Could save Leia. If she gets caught out or in a nasty situation.
True.
Anybody else?
She does get cornered a little bit. I find.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She's kind of got to poke her nose out to do the old let's shoot somebody together thing with Luke and who else? Blaze. Yeah, who cares? You wouldn't probably take this card for him.
I think
it's kind of Leia or possibly David. Because David also, although he does the hidey thing and he's got his card that can make him disappear, which is very similar, I think, to this. You might want one of these as well, just in case he gets himself up the wrong end of a corridor somewhere.
Do you think it's characters that need to survive?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I think probably also and Leia are the main culprits or main candidates for taking this card. But it's 3 points.
I know. It's too expensive.
Yeah, there's probably other things you can do with that 3 point slot.
All right, let's move on then. We got our last card now. Master Operative. No one has ever read or seen this card before.
No, I believe you. I've never heard of it.
It's 2 points, and you can have one in your deck. Verena Talos card, obviously.
Yeah.
Use when you declare close quarters. So this is when you go up and use their attack.
Yeah.
You become focused. Apply +1 surge to the attack results.
That's how Vader died.
So this means that she goes up and she says, I'm using your attack. So I'm using your red, yellow attack, Vader. Yeah. And I'm going to put a green in there too. And there's also a surge sitting in there.
Yeah. And then you rolled awesome. And I think you took about, 12 health off him or something?
Probably.
In one sitting at least.
That is absolutely
And then you did the red
savage.
thing and I rolled, awful. 2 surge blocks and you rolled 3 red on the knife fighting and down he went. That's how it went, wasn't it?
It nearly feels like...
Trouble is that'll never happen again, ever.
Do you know what it feels like? It feels like if she was perhaps 10 points and she had this card built into her ability.
That's too broken, that.
It wouldn't be broken. It would just mean that she's really strong at attacking, but would die straight away.
Yeah.
She still has to run up to people and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. She's got to be adjacent.
Because at the moment she just... Because this is a command card, you have to burn to try and do this and get it
Here's
off.
the thing, right, Si. It's just a bizarre situation, right?
Yeah.
Alright, there's a two wide corridor, yeah? There's an ATST sat there, yeah? And she's in front of it somewhere, 4 squares in front of it. And then behind the ATST is somebody else, some enemy. I don't know, let's say Blaze or somebody, yeah?
Yeah.
Can she run up to the front of the ATST? No, she can't. No, I'm talking nonsense. Forget it. I was trying to think. Can she make? I was trying to think. She's making other things shoot for her, but she's not. It's her herself who's shooting. It doesn't make any fluff sense to me. That's why.
All right.
What's she doing? Is she leaping up, stealing their gun, using it, and then giving it back?
I think she's doing a whole. Imagine, all these cinematic.
Is she doing a Matrix time?
Cinematic thing where someone's trying to stop her.
Yeah.
She'll grab their arm and push their arm forwards instead.
And stab them in their own face.
Yeah, and that's why the whole knife fighting comes in, because then she goes and sticks a knife in as well.
Yeah, right, okay. Got you.
So...
Okay. Yeah, but the card is pretty nice. Yeah, that can kill a Vader in about one go.
If she was
2 points, bargain.
If she was a more worthwhile character...
Exactly, yeah, the trouble is it's
would make her...
It's tied to her, isn't it? Yeah, her ability.
And... Finally, Pete, what do you think of the model of her?
I don't know. I can't remember. I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's a lovely model. She's got... I think any model that has a coat, I think I'm automatically like, it's brilliant. So if...
Marks and Spencer's coat, yeah, that's all it takes.
FFG just released models with
R2-D2 with a trench coat on, you'd be into it, yeah.
She's got her ponytail and stuff in it.
The plait, yeah.
The plait.
No, I've shelled her, thrown her into the miniatures case, and I've never looked at her again.
Oh, I like it. She's got her arm up, like kind of. I'm gonna say similar to what the
box thing.
The smuggler has.
Oh right, yeah, the aligned smuggler. Yeah.
But she's got it up in a better kind of fashion.
Okay.
Like in a more kind of like she's going to actually use it, not like she's a gangster.
Yeah.
I like her. She's an 8 out of 10 from me. I enjoyed painting her.
Not looked at her enough, really. Couldn't tell you.
You looked at her stats when you can't use her and then threw her away.
Yeah, I hate her. No, she's good. She's good, but she's overcosted.
Yeah, there's too many better options.
And outclassed now as well, yeah.
That's the problem. Alright, well, let's leave it at that then.
Alright.
Okay, guys. Well, we'll see you next time.
Cheerio.
See you later. Bye.